Hey guys, in this episode, I want to talk to you about the power of focus, which stands for follow one course until successful. It's going to allow you to get way more done in your music career, in your life, and just be more happier overall and stoked. So let's jump into this right now. I spent the last 14 years playing over 1,000 shows, touring 22 different countries, and become a top 40 Billboard charting artist. I fired my record label to go out on my own as an independent artist to market and release my own music, selling thousands of albums and millions of streams. The question I always get is, how did I do it without a label and sell even more music? This podcast is here to show you the way. Join me and follow along as I learn, apply, and share marketing strategies to grow my music business and a loyal fan base. Hey, good morning, guys. Afternoon, wherever you're at. It's absolutely freezing in Toronto right now. I am definitely going on a vacation somewhere warm to get out of this cold because it's just brutal, man. I'm walking around in the mall and I can feel my feet, like my toes unthawing. I don't know if you've ever gone skiing before or snowboarding when your feet freeze and then you come back inside and they start to hurt because they're de-thawing. I don't know if it's that bad, but I can definitely feel the toes of my feet get cold. And that's why I used to actually not go skiing more or snowboarding more, because my feet would just easily get cold. But anyways, other than that, I want to talk to you guys about some really cool stuff regarding focus and just how to get more done each day and not feel overwhelmed and stressed out. And I don't know about you, but there's been times, definitely when I used to book my own shows, I used to check email like 20 times a day, literally, because I'd send out like 50 to 100 emails booking shows. I'd always be checking my email. And so it's like, I'd kind of always be at the whim of my email. You know, even I remember one time visiting family with Melanie, we were at her mom's or something like that. And I remember getting an email and just being like, oh, one second. And I just booked a show, you know what I mean? Just got paid this, or we just booked it for this. And it's kind of like, I just couldn't unplug, you know? And I don't know if you remember your 9 to 5, or maybe you have a 9 to 5 job right now. And once the weekend comes, like once Friday hits 5 p.m., you're done. You're unplugged, you know, or every night, you know, at 5 p.m., you're unplugged and you don't even think about work. Well, when I started doing music full time and started becoming an entrepreneur, it's very difficult to unplug. Like I honestly, like, it's kind of the blessing and the curse, where you got the blessing of the freedom and time, and I can take time off anytime I want. I can work wherever I want in the world. You know, I don't have a boss. I can sleep in, stay up as late as I want. But the only thing is that it's hard to unplug and stop working, when to turn it off, because when you stop working for someone else and you start working for yourself, you're 10 times more passionate, you believe in it, you want to see it grow, and it's up to you if it's going to happen, you know? So there's this kind of like this pressure and wanting it to get more done and keep going. And so, you know, you're checking email, you're doing this and you're doing that. And I found for me, I really had to learn how to focus and learn how to, you know, delegate tasks out and plan my day better, and not be checking email or checking Instagram and checking Facebook and stuff like that, and really pull back and say, hey, what's the one thing I can focus on today that's going to be that big domino that if I knock that down, if I get that everything else is going to work out great and everything else is just going to crush it, you know what I'm saying? As opposed to just going, oh, responding to this person and then responding to that person, and oh, this person needs that, and I'm just bouncing around like a ball, and then I wonder why I didn't feel like I accomplished anything today, or I feel like I didn't get anything really done that I wanted to get done because I wasn't focused, you know? And I said this at the beginning, but if you follow one course until successful, you will have success. You will have more done in the day. And one thing that I really, unless you're doing customer service, I really recommend to people, don't be checking your email. Don't be checking the sales stats. And that's the other thing that I'm caught up now for Manifest and for Smart Music Biz is checking the sales to see, because, you know, I'm spending a lot on Facebook ads and on YouTube ads and a lot of other things that I want to make sure that I'm not overspending, you know? But now I've got to set up a system so that I'm not checking it 20 times a day and, oh, what's this? It's like the freaking stock market going up and down. And that's not the way I want to live my life. And you got to ask yourself, like, you are in control of your life. You design your life. I design my life. I had to ask, I remember, I think it was Joyce Meyer or someone said she was one time complaining because her preaching schedule was just so crazy and just so busy. And, God reminded her, or someone reminded her that, like, she's like, hey, you control your own schedule. You make your own life, so you can design it however you want. And this is something that we don't really think about too much. And I remember I talked about this in one of my courses. I think it's Launching Your Career as an Artist. I think this that training is inside of Fanbase University, but I have a training on lifestyle design. And I ask you some serious questions about how you want your day-to-day to look like. Like, do you want to be touring all the time? Is that something you want? Or do you want to be in the studio all the time writing? There was a time where I was doing 150, 200 shows a year, and that was awesome. I was living the dream. I like that, but there's no way in heck I want to do that now. And so my whole focus is now songwriting, and I'm writing songs every single day. I haven't done this except for when normally I have records, but lately I've been writing almost every single day, just like, swirling in creativity, and it's been a blast, and I'm focusing on TV and film. And what do you think is going to happen about, 6 to 12 months, or at the end of this year? I'm probably going to be telling you guys, hey, I got this TV film placement. Hey, I just got this one, just got this one, just got this one. I just released a new song. And this is, you know what I mean? Like, that's what you're going to hear from me. That's the news you're going to hear, because I'm going to focus on it. Okay? You're not going to hear me say, hey, I'm going on this tour, or I'm doing this show, or I'm doing that. Why? Because I emailed my agent and I told her not to book any more shows. Well, what if you say, hey, I'm going to focus on TV and film this year, or I'm going to focus on booking shows, or all you're going to do is focus on your Spotify, getting on playlists. But this is the thing. You dilute your effectiveness by trying to do too many things, and so you do none of them well. You guys do this with your social media. You, instead of just focusing on Facebook or focusing on Instagram, you try and do all of them, and you do them all half-heartedly, and so you get no results. So if you would just focus on one, build that thing up so it's absolutely huge, crushing it, and a monster. Like, what would you rather have? I don't know about you, but I would rather have a massive fan base on either YouTube or Facebook than having, I'd rather have 10,000 subscribers on YouTube than just 1,000 on Instagram, 1,000 on Facebook, 1,000 on Twitter, where it's just all spread out. No, I'd want one big freaking giant where I'm just crushing it. You know what I'm saying? So this is all coming back to focus and saying, okay, what do I want this year? What's the one thing? Maybe it's just getting the album done or the EP done, because I'm not really a big fan of albums unless you plan on releasing a lot of singles leading up to it. I'm not a big fan of spending the whole year, like I'm recording this right now in January, where you're just working all year and then you're going to release the album and not release any songs until July or October. You're just going to work all year round. No, I'm not into that. You got to be releasing stuff. You got to be priming the pipe. You got to be promoting now. You don't wait. All right, I was coaching. It was one of my last one-on-ones, because I'm not doing one-on-ones anymore except for Fanbase University, or not doing the inner circle. I might do a few coaching here and there, but we're just going to do the group, because I want to help more of you at one time, and my time has just been too split. But I was helping this guy set up some Spotify ads, not Spotify ads, Facebook to Spotify, and we're trying to just grow his Spotify numbers and just run ads to that. And I'm kind of losing my train of thought here, but the point is he's releasing a single, then he's going to release another single, and another one, and then he's going to write down when he's going to launch his Kickstarter and when he's going to launch his pre-order, and we're going to map it all out and put it on the calendar and start working towards it. But it starts by getting out there and getting a single out there, and is it going to grow? Yeah, it is, because he's going to keep working at it. But it starts by just getting in the game. And if you've been talking about releasing music and you haven't done it yet, well, hey, put it on the calendar, man. When are you going to have that song done? When are you going to get the mix and master? When are you going to get the artwork done? Get the single done, the single artwork done. When are you going to schedule it for release? When are you going to get a lyric video done? When are you going to shoot all the stories behind the song and the promo content for it, the lyric cards and all that stuff? And I talk about that in my book, smartmusicbusiness.com/free book. Anyways, hope that helps, guys. Stay focused, stay on it, and just keep hitting at it. Baby steps, man. Don't compare yourself to me. Don't compare yourself to anyone else. That's what it's easy to do sometimes. Start just comparing yourself. Just think you have to be, somewhere where I've been. I've been doing this for 18 years. You're not going to be where I am. I'm not going to be where somebody else is. I'm not going to be Eminem. I'm not going to be Linkin Park. I'm not going to be Papa Roach or be these other ones. I'm going to be me. And I'm going to do the best I can do. Because I was talking to another buddy who's doing very, very well in the music industry. I was asking him about something, and he's like, yeah, I don't have like a huge team and all this and that where I can just crank them out super, super fast. But he's like, but when I do them, he's like, they're really great and they're done well. And I said, well, hey, dude, I said, you're happy. I go, you got your peace, you got your joy. You know, like, who says you have to do it like that and scale your business like that and be a monster and have all this stress and everything? I said, you look happy. You got joy. I said, what? You want to trade your joy and trade your peace just because somebody else looks successful? You know, sometimes, guys, when you're comparing yourself to other people and all of a sudden you pull back the curtain behind their business and behind their life, it don't look so pretty, okay? Trust me, there's people I've looked up to and different things, and then all of a sudden I get close and I see what's really going on there, and it's like, ooh, I don't want that. All of a sudden my life looks really great. You know, and I'm not saying there aren't some things that it's like, yeah, you want that, but remember, you know, be careful who you become in pursuit of what you want. I'm going to say that again. A good friend named Jeremy Pearson said this to me. I think it was, or maybe it was Jim Rohn. Be careful who you become in pursuit of what you want, okay? Because every day you're becoming someone. And, you know, to get to your dream, like even we watched this movie last night about this author named Thomas Wolfe. Brilliant guy, super successful, but he traded his wife and just was a real douchebag to get his dream, you know? And I see some people, you know, sacrifice so much, their relationships, their health, just for this dream. And at the end of the day, it's like, was it worth it, you know? And I'm not saying, you know, success doesn't come with sacrifices. Just be careful what it is you're sacrificing and count the costs, you know? Yeah, it might, like if you're going to sacrifice watching Netflix or sacrifice, you know, maybe not buying the latest gadget or whatever, vacation sometimes to just put that into your business. Okay, that's one thing. But, you know, when it's, you know, your family or, you know, your kids or something like that, I personally would not recommend, you know? So anyway, some things to think about. And I hope that encouraged you. I hope that inspired you. I hope you got some gold nuggets in there. I always try and drop a few value bombs for you as always. And leave a comment, review. Let me know you're loving this. Subscribe, share it, and join us on the next Fanbase U Call. I don't know when you're listening to this, but it is on the 12th and 24th, and that's in a few days right now as I'm recording this. So, and if you don't get in on the call on the 12th or 24th, if you sign up in the middle, well, go watch the replays and go burn through some of the other ones and get some of those gold nuggets and get your questions ready for the next call. And that's fanbaseuniversity.com. Peace. Hey, thanks so much for listening. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and also leave a comment or a review and let me know how I've helped you or what other topics you want me to cover on this podcast. I always read them and it always inspires me to hear your story. And also, if you need more music marketing help or you just need more coaching or you need your questions answered in a deeper way, I have a coaching program called Fanbase University. Go to fanbaseuniversity.com to sign up because on the 12th and 24th of every month I answer all your questions, coaching my students, plus you get access to exclusive video training on how to market your music and grow your fan base. Go to fanbaseuniversity.com and start your trial today, and I look forward to helping you grow your career. Cheers.